Okay, so yan. So, sa video ito ay pag-uusapan po natin yung ating continuation sa ating topic na basic electricity and Ohm's law. So, ito po yung pangalawang session natin for our April 2025 Registered Master Electrician Examination Review. Okay, so sa session na to ay pag-uusapan po natin yung sumusunod, Ohm's law and electrical power, resistance of a wire, circular mills, effect of temperature and resistance, conductance, at yung insulation resistance of cables and wires. Okay. So, unahin natin yung Ohm's law at electrical power. Okay. So, kung makikita po niyo, meron po tayong dalawang triangle. Yung isang triangle po dyan is para sa Ohm's law. So, ito po yung para sa Ohm's law. Yan. Ito naman po yung para sa power triangle. At ito po yung ating Ohm's law wheel. No? So, yung Ohm's law wheel, ang gagawin dito is yung hinahanap is yung power given yung current at yung resistance. So, ang magagyari is I squared lang tapos times R. Kapag given naman yung voltage at current, so i-multiply natin yung voltage at current. Kapag given yung voltage at resistance, so A squared over R lang. Kapag hinahanap naman dito is yung voltage, so voltage is that equal to power over current kapag given yung power at current, square root of power times resistance, pag given yung power resistance, at current times resistance kung resistance at current naman yung given. Kapag hinahanap naman ang resistance, given yung power at voltage, so that is E squared over P. Given yung voltage at yung current, so that is voltage divided by the current. Given yung power at yung current, so that is power divided by the square of the current. Kapag sa current naman tayo, yung current ang hinahanap, given yung voltage at resistance, that is voltage divided by the resistance. Kapag given yung power at resistance, so square root lang natin, no? Square root of the power divided by the resistance. Kapag given naman yung power at yung current, ng voltage pala, no? Power at voltage. So, that is equal to the power divided by the voltage. So, yung current natin, ang kanyang unit is in ampere. Yung voltage naman is yung volt. Resistance is ohms at yung power natin will be in watts. Okay? So, i-apply po natin tong dalawang triangle na to at yung ohms law wheel by having this example. Okay, so we have a 100 ohm resistor dissipates 1 watt of power when connected to a DC voltage source. So we need to find the value of the DC voltage. Okay, so kung gusto niyo pong sumagot, you could pause this video para po meron kayong time para kapag solve ng inyong sagot. No? Tapos sa kanya na po i-play to compare if we have the same answer. Okay, so if we are going to use the Ohm's law triangle, so ang hinahanap po natin is yung voltage given yung power at resistance. So voltage, power, and resistance. So voltage is equal to the square root of the power times the resistance. Okay? So yan po yung isusulat natin ng formula. Okay, solution natin dito. Okay. So power is equal, ano pala? Hindi pala power yung hinahanap, but voltage. No? Okay. So voltage is equal to the square root of the power times the resistance. So yung given natin, ating power is equals to 1 watt. At yung resistance naman natin is equals to 100 ohms. Okay? So substitute lang natin. So we have square root of 1 watt. So 1 watt times 10 ohms. 100 ohms pala. 100 ohms. So we have square root of 100, no? Watt at ohms to ito, no? And watt at ohms that will be equal to volts. So square root of 100, that is equal to 10 volts. So yung tamang sagot po dito is 10 volts. So what if po hindi po natin alam yung ating Ohm's law triangle, hindi po natin na memorya. So mas madali po kasi i-memorize gamit yung Ohm's law triangle, no? Kasi yung Ohm's law medyo mahirap yun. So ang daming matandaan. Okay? So ang ating gagawin lamang is first to remember the Ohm's law triangle, no? Yan. Okay, so ito po yung ating voltage dito, current, tapos resistance. Ang kasunod naman natin tatandaan is yung ating power triangle. Okay, so dito yung power, dito yung voltage, at dito yung current. Okay, so ang hinahanap po natin is yung ating current, given po yung resistance at yung watts or power. Okay, so hinahanap natin yung voltage. So, kunyari dito, no? So, dito natin yung Ohm's law triangle natin. Okay, so ang hinahanap natin is yung voltage. Okay, so kapag hinahanap natin ito is yung voltage, so yung voltage natin is magiging E is equal to I times R. No? Kasi tatakpan natin ito. Tapos dito naman, kunyari, meron tayong voltage. So, hanapin natin dito yung current kasi hindi rin given yung current. So, current is equal to, so dito yung current. So, magiging P over E. Yan. So, P over E. So, itong current dito is isa-substitute natin dito. So, magkakaroon po tayo ng, so itong ay magiging P over E times R. Gagawin natin, ilipat natin yung E dito. So, magiging E squared over P times R. So, i-square root natin yung both sides para ang maiwan dito is only E. So, we have P times R. Then, i-substitute natin yung given. So, yung current, yung power natin is 1 watt habang yung ating resistance is 100 ohm. So, that is equal to 10 volts. No? So, pareho pa rin yung sagot. No? Medyo mahaba-haba lang tong part na to. So, this is only good if hindi niya talaga na-familiarize or na-memorize yung Ohm's law triangle. Okay? Next example tayo. Okay. So, a resistance of 220 volt, 100 watt lamp will be blank. So, hinahanap dito po is yung resistance. Okay. Solution natin. So, ang hinahanap po is the resistance. Okay. So, given po natin yung voltage, which is equal to 220 volts. Habang power po naman is 100 watts. Okay. So, balik tayo sa ating Ohm's law triangle. Tignan natin yan. Yan. So, ang hinahanap is resistance given po yung ating voltage at power. So, resistance. So, ito, voltage power. So, that is E squared over P. So, balik po tayo dun sa ating problem. Okay. So, para masolve po yung ating resistance. So, resistance is equal to E squared over P or voltage squared times T divided by the given power. So, we have 220 squared over 100. Okay? So, gamitan po natin ito ng ating calculator. Okay? Ating calculator natin. Yan. Okay. So, meron po tayong 220 squared divided by 100. So, this will be equal to 484 ohms. Okay? So, yung sagot po dito is 484 ohms. So, letter C po yung ating tamang sagot. Okay? So, if try po natin yung isa na solution if hindi po nyo na-memorize yung Ohm's law wheel. So, gamitin natin dito yung Ohm's law triangle. So, una, dalawang triangle. Okay? So, voltage, current, resistance. Tapos, yung isa is yung sa power triangle natin. So, ito yung ating power, voltage, at yung current. So, ang hinahanap po natin is yung resistance. Kung dito, yung ating resistance po, ito yung ating hanapin. So, that will be E over I. Okay? Kaso lang, sa given wala tayong current. So, dito tayo magsosolve sa current kasi given yung power at yung voltage. So, current is equals to P over E. So, substitute lang natin. 100 watts divide 220 volts. Okay, so gamitan natin ang calculator. So we have okay, so meron po tayong 100 watts divided by 220. So that will be equal to 0.4545. Okay, 0.4545. Okay, yan. So 0.454 na lang. 0.454. So this will be 0.454 amperes. So dito natin i-substitute. So we have 220 volts divided by 0.454 amperes. So yung ating resistance. Okay. So ito yung answer kanina, no? Yung 454. So yung gawin lang natin is 220 divided by 454. So that is the answer yung kanina. So divide by the answer lang tayo. So we'll end up with 484. Kapag nilagay naman yung 454, so 0 divided by 0.454. So makakaroon tayo ng konting discrepancy dito po sa ating tawag doon sa ating decimal kasi nag-round po tayo. Nonetheless, the answer is 484 ohms, no? Which is letter C. Okay. Okay, next, no? Mayroon pa tayong isa pang example. So na yun. Yan. Okay. So with R constant, alin po dito yung totoo? I and P are inversely related. Voltage and current are directly proportional. Or voltage and I are inversely proportional. So kapag constant po yung ating resistance. Okay, solution, no? Try po natin gamitin yung Ohm's law triangle. Okay. So resistance. So given yung power at current. So balikan po natin yung formula. Resistance, power at current. Okay. So P is equals to I squared. I divided by P divided by I squared. So this would be P over I squared. So kapag given naman yung voltage at current, so R, so kapag ginamit natin yung ohms, so this will be E divided by, or V, dito V yung ginamit sa choices, no? But yung V and E are the same, no? For voltage yan. So they are not directly proportional kasi hindi sila nagka-multiply, no? Dito naman hindi sa inversely related because meron tayong I squared dito, no? So tingnan natin, no? If this I squared is, we could have that one as inversely related. How about yung voltage at current naman, no? So R is equal to E over I, no? Kapag constant yung ating current, so yung ating voltage, no? Kasi dito lipat natin to. So yung ating current will be E over R. So ito yung constant. So in this one, so yung ating voltage at yung ating current is directly proportional. So letter B po yung ating tamang sagot. Okay, next. If the voltage across a variable resistance is held constant, no? A current is blank. So yung voltage po yung ating resistance. So same na po sa question kanina, no? So it is inversely proportional to resistance, directly proportional, or similar sa value. So balikan natin yung formula for Ohm's law. Okay, so current is equals to E over R. So itong R, so kapag itong R is nilakihan natin constant yung voltage, bababa yung current. Kapag yung current naman, kapag yung resistance naman is di-decrease natin, tataas yung current. So they are inversely proportional, no? So, magkabaliktaran sila, no? So, this is letter A. Okay, so bago po natin ipagpatuloy ang ating discussion, so nais ko munang ibahagi sa inyo yung ating channel membership, no? Na talagang malaking tulong po upang mas maipagpatuloy pa natin yung mga ganitong content, no? Kasi itong ating pagbibigay ng libreng discussion about mga topic, no, na lalabas sa Registered Master Electrician Exam ay libre lang po, no? At ito po ay talagang pinagbuhusan ng time. So, katulong po ang iyong pagsali sa sa ating channel membership, no, upang maipagpatuloy pa natin yung mga ganitong klaseng video, no? So, sa ibaba po ng video, meron po tayong button na join. So, i-click nyo lang po. Tapos may lalabas po diyan na ano na window kung saan hanapin niyo po yung Master Electrician membership. Tapos i-click niyo yung join at saka may lalabas po diyan na payment method, no? So yung ating payment method po, no, yung is pwede pa kayong magbayad ng GCash kung may debit card kayo or credit card, pwede rin po. So i-select nyo lang kung alin dito tapos i-click nyo yung buy tapos may lalabas na mga window kung paano nyo po i-process ang inyong bayad. So ito po is safe, wala po kayong wala pong security breach kung in case na gagamitin niyo yung credit card niyo or yung GCash account niyo. So for only 199 per month po nating membership, anytime po pwede niyo po yang i-cancel, no? Kunyari hanggang ngayong buwan lang kayo membership tapos next month wala na po, hindi na pa kayo membership, wala pong problema. Anytime pwede po yang i-cancel, no? At iano ko din po na huwag niyo pong kalimutang mag-subscribe, no? So kapag kayo po ay naging member ng channel, so meron po tayong mga video na exclusive for channel members. Lalo na yung mga video talking about the recent mga RME board exam questions, no? Kung problems. So meron po tayong mga solution doon na may mga video po tayo doon na i-discuss ko po kung paano i-solve yung mga mga questions at problems na lumabas sa mga nagdaan na board exam. So those are exclusive video na ang tanging makakapanood lamang po ay yung mga member ng ating channel. Tapos meron din pong mga mayroon din po tayong community chat box, no, na kung saan yung mga members, no, yung mga Master Electrician na members ay pwede po ninyong open, no, yung ating mga online questions, no, or online exams na ang mga link po ay nakapost po sa ating community chat box. So lahat ng yan po ng mga privilege na yan ay para po doon sa mga nag-join ng ating channel membership as Master Electrician. Okay? So balik na po tayo sa ating discussion. Okay, so ipagpatuloy po natin po yan ang ating discussion. So dito na po tayo sa resistance of wire. To get the resistance of wire, ang formula po is rho L over A. Within our R natin po is the resistance. No? Yung ating rho is the resistivity of the material. Yung ating wire is, yung L natin is the length of wire. Yung A is the cross-sectional area habang yung V naman natin is the volume of wire. So for example, no, ito sa table natin, if our rho is ohm centimeter, or ohm meter, dapat yung length po natin is meter, yung area natin is the square meter, habang yung volume naman is the cubic meter. So kapag yung resistivity natin naman is naka-ohm centimeters, dapat yung length natin is ohm centimeter, yung area is square centimeter, habang yung volume is cubic centimeter. Tapos, kapag yung ating resistivity is ohm circular mil per feet, so dapat yung length natin is naka-feet, habang yung area naman natin is naka-centimeter, circular mil. So, sa ngayon, ang i-focus natin is itong formula na to. So, doon po sa mga channel members, so meron po tayong separate video, no, for these two formulas, no? So hindi naman to talaga siya masyadong lumalabas sa ating RME board exam. So, siguro mga exam problem lang. Usually, ito yung madalas na ginagamit na formula. But for those who want to have history, over this topic, so pwede niyo po i-view yun if you are channel members. Okay? So going back to the table, so we are going to base our unit dito po talaga sa ating resistivity. Okay, so we will have that one using our example. So we need to determine the resistance of a bus bar made of copper. If the length is 100 meters long and a diameter of 115 mm. So use 1.7241 micro ohm centimeter as the resistivity. Okay, so ito po yung mga choices natin. No? Okay, so you could pause the video, tapos magsosolve kayo, then i-play nyo ulit yung video to have or to compare our solutions. No? Tama ba yung solution nyo? First, we need to write the given. So, yung una is length, which is 100 meters. Yung diameter, which is equals to 115 mm. Yung resistivity, which is equals to 1.7241 micro ohm. So, that is 10 to the power negative 6 ohms centimeter. So, dito, centimeter yung ating unit sa ating resistivity. So, lahat na ito is convert natin into centimeter. So, we have 100 centimeter into 1 meter. So, naman is 1 centimeter 10 mm. Okay? So, wait natin yung calculator. So, wala yung calculator dito. Okay, yan. So, we have 100 times 100. So, that is equal to 10,000. Okay. So, dito, 10,000 na yung length natin. 10,000 centimeter. So, ito namang sa diameter natin. So, we have 1.15 divided by 10. So, that is 0.115. Okay. Yan. So, 0.115 centimeter. Okay. So, yung formula po natin, the formula, R is equals to rho L over A. So, meron na tayong length, itong L na to. Meron na tayong activity. So, wala tayong area. So, to get the area, so gagamitin natin yung diameter. No? Kasi, the area of a circle is pi d squared over 4. So, substitute natin yung diameter. So, pi times 0.115. Okay. Okay, so we have 115 squared divided by 4. Okay. So our area is equal to, so calculate naman tayo. Okay. So we have shift pi times 0.115 squared divided by 4. No? So yung 4 po, constant po yan. No? 0.01. Okay. So we have 0.01 o 0.010 square centimeter. Okay? So, substitute po natin yan dito. So, our resistance is equals to resistivity, which is equal to 1.7241. So, 1.7241 pala to. Times 10 to the power of negative 6 ohms centimeter. Yung length po natin is 10,000 centimeter. All over the area, which is equal to 0.010 square centimeter. So, makakancel po natin lahat ng centimeter. So, we're left with ohms. So, using our calculator. Okay. Okay, yung calculator natin. So, we have 1.7241 times 10 to the power of negative 6 times 10,000 divided by 0.010. Okay, so this is equal to, okay, wala pala tayong 4 sa taas. So, may kulang pala tayong isang number dito. Yan. Equals. So, 1.7241. So, 1.7241 ohms. So, ang correct answer mo nito is letter B. Okay? Okay, so talking about circular mill, no, yung unit kanina for activity which is ohm circular mill per feet. So circular mill is defined as the area of the circle having a diameter of 1 mil. Yung 1 mil natin is equal to 0.001 inch or kung babalik rin natin to, 1 inch is equals to 1,000 mil. So to get circular mill of a certain wire, so i-square lang natin yung diameter ng unit is naka-mil. And we have 1 MCM, no? Mega circular mill is equal to 10,000 circular mil. Okay? So we have this example. So what is the diameter of a wire in inches? No? Okay. So 150 MCM. Solution. Okay. So alam po natin na yung um, MCM, 1 MCM is equals to 1,000 cm. So i-convert po natin to. So 150 MCM is equal to 150 times 1,000, no? cm. So this will be equal to ito, pag-calculate po natin. No? Okay, so pwede calculator. Okay, so we have 150 times 1,000. So this is 150,000. No? So 150,000. So we have 150,000 cm. So yung cm po natin is gagawin po natin circular mills. So mula sa formula, so cm is equals to d squared. So kapag in-square root natin both sides, so our d will just be equal to cm. So ito po, binaliktad ko lang po siya. So no need po na malito. Kasi kapag dito ilagay ko dyan, so ganun po ilagay ko rin sa kabila. So our circular mills is 150,000 cm. Okay, so i-calculate po natin. So square root of 150,000 is equal to 387.3. 387.3. So our diameter is 387.3 mils. Yan. Okay. So ngayon, convert natin yung mils natin into inches. No? Okay. So D is equals to 387.3 mils. So yung 1 inch natin is equal to 1,000 mils. No? So cancel, cancel. So our diameter is equal to 387.3 divided by 1,000. Yan. Answer po natin is 0.387. No? So 0.387 inches. So ito na po yung ating answer for this problem. Okay, then we have effect of temperature in resistance. So usually the effect of temperature in resistance, kapag tumaas po yung ating temperature, tataas din po yung ating resistance. So for this equation, ito is formula to. So R1 over R2 is equal to T plus T sub 2 over T over T sub 1. Yung T po natin is D, yung itong R1, R2 natin pala is yung R1 initial resistance, habang yung R2 is the final resistance. Yung dalawang T natin na malalaki, so that is the inferred absolute temperature. So that is the temperature in which our resistance will be equal to nearly 0. No? So that's inferred. No? Then T1 is the initial resistance, T2 is the final temperature. Yung T1 pala is the initial temperature. Delta T dito sa formula na to, dito. So this is equal to delta T. This is equal to T2 minus T1. No? And yung alpha natin is the temperature coefficient of resistance. Okay. Yan. So to find the temperature coefficient of resistance, ito na po gagawin natin 1 over T plus T1. Kung ano yung given dito na temperature, ipa-plus natin sa inferred temperature, makukuha na po natin yung temperature coefficient of resistance. Okay, so temperature coefficient of resistance, so that is the temperature coefficient of resistance or TCR, is the calculation of relative change of resistance per degree of temperature change. So it is measured in ppm or parts per million degrees Celsius per degree Celsius. So 1 ppm is equal to 0.001%. Okay, so a positive coefficient of resistance means that the resistance increases with an increase in temperature. So example of these ones are the pure metals, no? So their coefficient is approaching zero can be obtained by making those metals as an alloy. Ang negative naman na coefficient is for material that the resistance decrease with an increase of temperature. So semiconductor like carbon, silicon, and germanium typically have negative temperature coefficient kasi ang kanilang resistance is nagde-decrease kapag nai-increase yung ating temperature. So these are the temperature coefficients of conductors. Yan. No? So kaya yung carbon dito is negative kasi negative ang kanyang temperature coefficient. So yung pinakamababa dito na temperature coefficient is itong si constanta, no? Copper and aluminum are nearly identical. Yung silver din, no? Tapos, so ito pa na, yung manganese yung almost zero ang kaniyang temperature coefficient, no? So meaning, there is no relative effect, no, to the resistance of manganese if the temperature increases or decreases. Okay? Yeah. So inferred absolute temperature is the temperature of resistance when a given material is zero. So ito yung temperature na kung saan yung resistance natin is zero. So they are all negative because they are considered below zero temperature, no? Negative yan. But if are going to use that one on our solution, so we'll drop the negative. Okay? So we have silver, copper, no? So gold, aluminum. So this, ang pinaka-maano talaga ito yung constant, which is negative 125,000 degrees Celsius negative or below zero. Okay, so ito, our example, no? A resistance as a wire has a resistance of 30 ohms and 40 degrees Celsius. If the temperature increase to 60 degrees Celsius, what is the resistance of this temperature if the temperature coefficient at 20 degrees Celsius is 0.00393. Okay, let's have here our solution. Okay, so isa natin yung mga given natin. So our initial resistance is 30 ohms. Our initial temperature is 40 degrees Celsius. Then our final temperature is 3 degrees Celsius. Our inferred temperature coefficient at 20 degrees. 20 degrees is equal to 0.00393. Yan. So, ang hinahanap dito is yung R2. So, mula sa formula kanina, okay. So, R2 is equal to, R2, okay, so talaga natin yung formula. Okay. So, R2 over R1 is equals to T plus T sub 1 over T plus T sub 2. So, solving for R2, so ilipat natin yung R1 dito. So, R1 is equal to T plus T sub 2 over T plus T sub 1. Okay. So, meron tayong R1, R2, T1 at T2. So, kunin muna natin yung itong malaking T. No? So, mula dito, so we know that our inferred temperature, no, is equal to 1 over T. So, dito is 20. So, kaya dito din is 20 kasi given is 20 degrees. no? So, substitute natin yung value, 0.00393 is equal to 1 over t plus 20. So, ipagpalit natin silang dalawa. So, we have t plus 20 is equal to 0.0, di ba? 1 pa pala. So, this will be 1 over 0.00393. So, if we are going to solve for t, so t is just equal to 1 over 0.00393 minus 20. Kasi yung positive na 20, lipat din sa kabila, magiging negative. Okay, using our calculator. Okay, so we have 1 over 0.00393 minus 20 is equals to 234.45. So we have P is equals to 234.45 degrees Celsius. So ito yung substitute natin dyan. So yung R1 natin is 30 degrees. So yung T natin is 234.45 degrees Celsius. Yung P2 natin is 60 degrees Celsius. So 234.45 degrees Celsius plus yung T sub 1 or yung initial temperature is 40 degrees Celsius. Okay, so yung R2 natin, so using our calculator again, so we have 30 times 234.45 plus 60 over 234.45 plus 40. So equals, so 32.18. So 30, yung R2 natin is 32.18 ohms. Ang pinakamalapit mo dito is letter A. Okay? Next. So we have conductance. So conductance is the measure of the material's ability to conduct electric current. So it is exactly equal to the reciprocal of resistance. So the unit for conductance is Siemens, no? Which is formally mho, no? So ito yung formula, G, ito yung conductance 1 over R. If we're also going to use the conductivity, so that G is equals to rho L over A, and the conductivity is just the reciprocal of the resistivity, okay? So these are the table of conductivity and resistivity of common conductors. Yan, so ito po yun, no? So, sa mga channel members po natin, so lahat po ng mga table nandito po sa ating slide. You could ay post po yan sa ating community post, no? So, you could also download the picture, no? So, dito yung pinakamababa o pinakamataas yung productivity at pinakamababa yung ano, yung resistivity, no? Is our silver and copper. Kaya ito yung kadalasan ginagamit as as material for wires, no? Yan, no? Okay, so we have this example. So 120 meter wire, so total resistance of 60 ohms. We need to find the conductance. Okay, solution. So given po tayo ng length which is 120 meters at ng resistance which is 60 ohms. So if we are going to only consider the resistance, so masosolve na po natin yung conductance which is equal to the reciprocal, no? So 1 over R, so that is 1 over 60 ohms, no? Okay. So using our calculator. Okay. So we have 1 divide 60. This is equal to 0.016. So wala pong 0.016 yan, pero naka-mili po sila. So ang gagawin po natin is to push this button na in. No? So mayroon tayong 6.67 to the power of negative 3. So, yan po yung melee. So, yan na po yung magiging answer natin. So, we have 16.67 milli, yung unit is Siemens. So, the answer is letter B. Okay. Then we have insulation resistance of cable wires, no? So, R is equals to rho 2 phi L, Ln R2 over R1. So, yung L po natin is the length, yung R is the resistivity, yung R1 is the radius of the cable, habang yung R2 naman is the radius or the outer radius of the cable, or that is the radius plus the thickness, no? So, yung R2 natin is the R1, the radius, plus the thickness. Okay, so we have this one. Okay, solution. Okay, so we have a cylindrical rubber insulated wire has a diameter of 0.18 inch and an insulation thickness of 0.25 inch. If the specific resistance of rubber is 10 to the power of 14 ohm centimeter, when to determine the insulation resistance per 1,000 feet of cable. So, yung given length po natin is 1,000 feet, habang yung ating resistivity is 10 to the power of 14 ohm centimeter. So, i-convert po natin to into centimeter. So, we have 12 inch is to 1 feet at yung ating 2.54 centimeter is to 1 inch. Okay? So, we have 1,000 times times 12 times 2.54. Okay, so this is equal to 30,480. So we have 30,480 centimeter. So yung ating R1, yung given is diameter. So diameter is twice the radius. So i-divide na natin ito ng 2 para makakuha natin yung radius. So 0 diameter. Kaya natin yung formula. Okay. So diameter divided by 2. So we have 0.18 divided 2. So this is 0.09. Yung R2 natin is R1 plus the thickness. So we have, this is diameter. So we have R1 is 0.09 habang yung thickness is 0.25. So R2 is equals to 0.34. Okay. So now solving for the resistance. So R is equals to rho 2 pi L ln R2 over R1. So substituting. So we have 10 to the power of 14 ohm centimeter divided by 2 pi. Our L is 30,480 centimeter. ln. So yung ating R2 is 0.34 divided by 0.09. Okay, so using our calculator. So we have 10 to the power 10 to the power of 14 divide 2 which is 5 times 30,480 ln 0.34 over 0.09. Okay, so correct answer is 694 plus 694,024,124. So gamitin natin itong ing para magiging scientific notation. So we have 694.02. So yung answer natin is 694.02 times 10 to the power of times 10 to the power of 6. So that is mega ohm. So the correct answer is letter. Okay? So dyan po natatapos yung ating session 2. So I hope po meron kayong natutunan po sa ating sa ating discussion ngayon, no? And as always, enjoy learning.